So you released a new album late last year, Down to the Lowest Terms, the
Yes.
Soul Sessions.
Hmm.
A few of the songs that stood out for me was The Joys of Love, Keep
Hmm.
Dreaming, Love Is Gone, and Make You Say Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, Knowledge. That joint I did with Knowledge. Shout out to the mighty Knowledge, man. No doubt. Yeah, that record, what's so interesting about it, years ago, I really enjoyed the term down to the lowest terms. It's a mathematical term, right?
Hmm.
I think it's algebra. Anyway, it stuck with me because I thought about it this way. People say, bottom line, so and so, this, that, and the other. When it's all said and done, this, that, and the other. So I put down to the lowest terms in that sort of thought process. Down to the lowest terms for me, when you break it all down, it's the blues, right?
Right.
So I remember thinking as a young man before I, making records or anything, I thought, man, one day I'm gonna make a record called Down to the Lowest Terms. Okay, so I'm making these wonderful records with Slave and Hall of Fame and Steve Arrington, and I'm making these groundbreaking records, and I'm thinking, man, I've been so lucky to be a part of some important music in my career, but none of it sounded like Down to the Lowest Terms.
Hmm.
So I never just stuck a title just because I thought it sounded slick or that I thought it sounded important, so I wouldn't do it just as for the sound hit. Oh, he got a new album called Down to the Lowest Terms. So I never did call any record that. But I started going to Chicago because I wanted to study Chicago blues. I really dug Hound Dog Taylor, Muddy Waters, and Coco Taylor, and Hound Dog, like I said, and Howlin' Wolf, and Buddy Guy.
Hmm.
And so I'm like, yo, man, a lot of people go up to Chicago, maybe to sit in at Buddy Guy's blues bar and see if they can hang or whatever. I'm like, yo, I'm going to go to Chicago and I'm going to get my band from Chicago and I'm going to be around that energy. And so I did that for 9 years. I drove back and forth from Dayton to Chicago when I wasn't on the road to rehearse, right?
Hmm.
And I absorbed that Chicago blues, that they call it Mississippi North. And I love that down home blues. I mean, as dirty and grimy as you can get it. I'm with it, right?
Uh-huh.
So that being said, I did that for 9 years and I'm working on new material with Stone's Throw. And all of a sudden, that sort of grimy, sort of more soulful, bluesy side started to come out in the tunes, right? And I'm like, you know what? This sounds like Down to the Lowest Terms. And I told Peanut Butter Wolf, I said, yo, and I told him the story. He said, oh, dude, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah, man, I've been holding on to this title for years since I was a young head, bro. No, also, and then I said, I'm going to call it Down to the Lowest Terms / the Soul Sessions. Well, why the Soul Sessions? Because this is an eclectic style of music, but I'm giving it my all on all of it. I'm completely giving it up on all the different styles. And I'm working with all these different producers. Brian Ellis is another one. And Jerry Paper's another. So all these different producers, but there's a gelling of coming together, cohesiveness, because of my vocal style and the fact that I got this fresh vibe of this going on, right?
Uh-huh.
And it sounded like Down to the Lowest Terms. And in the Soul Sessions, like I said, is because I gave my all on every track. Gifted and Blessed, we're doing like a house joint. But he's got this whole mechanical thing going in the middle of it that sounds so cool. And I love the fact that I never made this album or a album that did not fit this title.
Right.
This one does. And I waited until I got to that place where my artistry caught up with the title that I loved so much. I'm talking about from the 8th grade on.
Wow.